I understand that the Kansas City Chiefs don't have a heck of a lot of money to spend, but trading D Ford, releasing Justin Houston, it just seems like the Kansas City Chiefs defensively have really declined this free agency. So at least they sign a guy like Alex Okafor who fits their new scheme and I think will be positive for their defense. What's going on, Bottom Line viewers? It's Mitch here. Gronk spike the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My opinion on this signing by the Kansas City Chiefs, Alex Okafor has signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. 3-year deal worth $24 million. I think that's a pretty good contract for Alex Okafor. I've always sort of been an Alex Okafor fan and guy. I think he's a solid player. I don't think he's great. You're definitely not expecting D Ford or Justin Houston numbers here, but he's definitely a traditional 4-3 defensive end. He has played that throughout the course of his career. He's also stood up a little bit in Arizona, but that didn't really ever work out for him. His best season ever statistically was in 2014 with Arizona with 8 sacks and 13 quarterback hits with 11 tackles for loss. With New Orleans, he was kind of like a rotation player for the past 2 seasons, coming in a lot on third down and in pass rushing situations. This past season, he had 4 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, and 5 tackles for loss. He had another solid season. 2017, I thought, was a really good year for him. In 10 games, he had 4.5 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, and pretty much got his production with the Saints in 2017 in 10 games with what he got in 16 games. Now, I know that the Saints did have Davenport last season, so it was a little bit different in terms of the rotation, a little bit less snaps and less snap percentage for Alex Okafor, but he's still a solid player. Like, don't get me wrong, Okafor is a solid player. He's good all around. He's more of a pass rusher, though. I think you bring him in to be a guy, a part of a 3-man rotation on the edge or a 4-man rotation on the edge. You put him in there on third down. You let him pin his ears back. You let him go after the quarterback. That's really what he was used in New Orleans for. I think that's what he's supposed to be used at this point in his career. He's only 27. He's going to be 28 this upcoming season, so he's not that old. But it seems like he's been in the NFL for a while. He's dealt with some injuries. But overall, like, he is this pass rushing type. It's going to be very intriguing to see what the Chiefs do with their defense. Like, just in general, how they change the scheme, how the scheme works with their new additions, how it works without Ford and Houston, who were 2 absolute studs for them last season. They still have Jones in the middle, but they do need to keep adding to their pass rush in terms of their defensive end, and they need to totally revamp this. This is the first step, the first signing of revamping their pass rush, and adding some cheaper players at this positions as opposed to Houston and Ford, who are making a ton of money, and hopefully they can utilize that money elsewhere in the future, which I know the Mahomes contract, when that comes up, they're going to need to pay him. Obviously, Tyreek Hill is coming down the wire here. He needs to get paid. So there's a lot going on in Kansas City, but it doesn't really look so far in free agency that they're going to be the same sort of team that they were last year in terms of their explosiveness in their pass rush. But we'll see how it works out. Looking at Alex Okafor in terms of his PFF grade, he was ranked 43rd overall. That's not bad. That's considered a starting caliber edge rusher. So that's what you're getting from Alex Okafor, a player that's mostly used in a rotation to pass rush, but he can start if need be. Let me know what you guys think about this signing. 3 years, $24 million for Alex Okafor going to Kansas City. It's the start of their revamp of their pass rush. It's Mitch of TheBottomLineView. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, Gronk spike the like button and subscribe to The Bottom Line View for more NFL. Peace.